I'm Megan.
And I'm Kira, and we're the voices behind Two People, One Question.
Our question today is, what is a phenomena?
And our bonus question today is, what talent would you have if you were reborn? So, there's something a little bit different about this video than other videos, is that we have gotten a mic. So, hopefully the sound quality will be a little bit better than some of our previous videos. Tell us what you think of the new quality and if it makes a difference in the comments below.
Yeah, and also we have tried filming half this video before, so our reactions to the different things might be not as genuine, but even so, we'll be trying to add more opinions into our videos anyway. So let's start.
Yay!
So a phenomena is something that has been observed to occur, and it contrasts with the understanding of the world.
It's seen as something extraordinary or outstanding, and they are manifested, which means shown by one's acts or like appearance in someone's or something's behaviours and responses.
So a phenomena is categorised in multiple ways. There's the natural phenomena, which is occurred without human input.
A social phenomena, which what happens through the actions of groups of humans.
There's the psychological phenomena, the occurrence of humans' behaviours and responses.
And visual phenomena, things such as optical illusions.
So we're going to go through different types of phenomena today in this video, and we're going to be saying our opinions on different tests to prove these different phenomena.
Yeah, okay. So,
well, we're going to be moving on to our first phenomenon, which is a natural phenomena.
So an example of a natural phenomena is actually gravity. So it's quite a well-known thing. So people don't really like see it as a phenomena, but it's actually a phenomena because it happens without human input. So yeah.
Gravity is, so if people don't know what gravity is, like they know what it, they've heard the word, but they don't know the actual meaning around it. Gravity is the force acted upon objects in the universe that pulls it down to Earth.
Yeah. So in Earth, everything is pulled down towards the centre, and things like on the moon, people will feel lighter because there's less gravity. So it's basically a feeling of being heavy, pulling you down.
Yeah, so higher amounts of gravity are normally seen throughout different sized planets. So the bigger the planet, the more gravity is seen within the planet. So smaller planets, you'll be able to bounce around, float through the air. But so Earth is the kind of what we see as normal size because we come down at a certain time after jumping.
Yeah.
But on different planets such as Jupiter,
the biggest planet in our solar system.
Yeah, that would
obviously nobody's been there, but so this is just speculation.
Yeah, this is speculation. This is research through science, what's observed to happen through different amounts of things.
Educated guess.
Yes. So Jupiter should have a much higher amount of gravity. So you wouldn't be able to move properly because there'd be so much pulling you on the ground. You'd have to kind of scoot your way across the planet.
Scoot your way across? It's like your feet were... It's like you had magnets pulling you down. I think that's the best way to describe it, is if you had magnets. You're wearing metal shoes and the planet was a magnet.
Okay, so let's go with gravity is kind of like a magnet. And different planets there are weaker magnets, and in the bigger planets there are much stronger magnets.
That's a fun little analogy.
Yeah, we'll go with describing gravity as magnets.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
So we'll move on to our second type of natural phenomena. We won't have two types for every kind of phenomena, but we will try to make this video as long as we can.
Yeah.
So the next type of natural phenomena is something called oscillation.
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 If you guys know how to pronounce that, please tell us, because we're probably butchering it.
And we can't really look it up. You can look it up right now while I explain it, but who cares? The oscillation is the periodic fluctuation between different things. So it can be in anything from a person's decision-making process to the pendulum of a clock.
So I can't pronounce the word, oscillation of a pendulum clock is the back and forth movement over the central neutral point. So if you guys see very old... the clocks, it will...
Grandfather clocks. You'll be able to see in the inside. There'll be the pendulum, which is moving back and forth along to the time of the seconds.
The seconds, yeah. So it's just that constant movement.
Yeah, and oscillation is created by the changes in energy.
Mhm. And it's always the same distance from the neutral point.
Yeah, so oscillation, I don't think you'll be able to point out, if you're going throughout the day and you see something, you won't immediately say oh, it's oscillation, the same with your decision making. You won't go like, oh, I'm doing oscillation right now or something.
It's just like, oh, I'm fluctuating. But it's just like one of those things that you, like, once you know something, I think it's hard to, like, unknow it. That's hard, like, a way of explaining it. But it's like, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, pictures, like, on the internet. It's like, once you know it, you can't unsee it, like, that thing. Like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, it's like that kind of thing with this kind of information. Like, once you know it, you can, like, oh, notice something like, oh, yeah, when I changed what I would normally have said, then that was, that word I can't pronounce. Oscillation.
Yes.
That's what we're going with.
So let's go into our next type of phenomena, unless you want to add anything to our other points.
Nah, I'm good. Next one.
So the next one we'll be going over is types of social phenomena.
Ooh.
So as we said before, social phenomena social phenomena is what happens through the actions of groups or humans. So it is the consequence of doing something to other humans. So say like if you punch someone, then like they'll move back. Like it will happen because you physically made contact with them, and then that stuff. I don't know how to explain this.
It's often, this is like a thing, when you're doing like pretending to punch someone, it's really hard because you have to get that same action reaction like time.
Yeah.
It could like forced. Because it's quite hard to have that same reflex when it's being forced.
You have to have the same amount of energy shown in the actual movement of the arm, shown in the actual impact with the face.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to see like the energy moving over. So like if it was a really forceful punch, then the head would go back a lot more.
Yeah.
If it's not as much, if it's like a tiny little tap, then like you wouldn't move as much. Right now I'm using my fist and like hitting myself in the face, but not not hard, but like I'm just trying to like go through it. But anyway, so this type of social phenomena.
Oh my gosh!
I can't speak today. I'm trying to move really fastly through this, but I know that we don't have to. So this type of social phenomena is the 6 degrees of separation.
Yes.
So this is the phenomenon. I can't say that. This is the phenomena that any person can be connected to another due to a chain of acquaintances. So acquaintances like people that you've just met, like you don't know them. They're kind of like a stranger.
Yeah.
But not.
It's like, sorry for interrupting, but I just like explaining things. So it's like, I think you'll often know this if you like in school or in the workplace. Those people who maybe you know the name, you know like maybe their age, and but like you'll just see them around and it's like, oh, hey, I know you. Yeah. It's just like that mutual, just like, oh, I know who you are, but I haven't really had an in-depth conversation with you.
Yeah, so this phenomena is like, it doesn't matter whether they're on the other side of the world or not. This is like, so say that you have a friend and they then move to the other side of the world and talk to their friends that you don't know. Apparently you're like connected to them in a sort of way because you know the person who is talking to them.
Friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend. That's the way to go about it.
Yeah. So the acquaintance must have no more than 5, I can't say that word,
intermediarities.
We're looking at notes right now, and often we'll just see a word and it's just like, what?
Yeah, because we're not scientists, we're not psychologists, we don't know any of these things.
Psychologists?
Psychologists. Okay, yeah, psychologists.
Oh my god, okay.
So we don't know any of these things. We are just like trying to deliver it back to you guys so you don't have to go around the big web and try and find these different things. Web.
Yeah. So when we were in year 7 last year, we did this thing in, I think it was computing maybe, in school, where we learned that if you know 7 people, then you'll be, it was like 7 or something, or like 11. I don't remember the exact number. You guys can look it up for yourself. But basically it's that you could be connected to every single person on the planet. I think it was like it was like 7 people by knowing 7 people. And I think most of you guys will know 7 people, even just in your family, let alone like the people you know outside of your family. And it's just like you will be connected through somebody else to every single person on the planet.
Yeah, so I want to quickly go back to the last thing that we said. So the acquaintance must have no more than 5 intermediarities. I want to quickly explain what intermediarities is. Intermediaries.
Intermediary.
I was putting an extra T in there. Intermediaries, we'll go with that, which means a link between people in order to bring out an agreement. So this is like basically just like a friendship in some way.
Yeah.
So Do you have anything to evaluate on that?
I don't think so. I think we can move on to our next one, which is psychological phenomena, which is the thing that sparked this whole video, because I was on the internet just looking at psychological phenomena because I'm odd and I like looking at weird things on the internet. And I was like, we should do a podcast about this, about psychological phenomena. And then we were like, why not do it about lots of things, all the phenomena. So that's why this video is a thing.
We want to bring more things out to you guys. We don't want to just like go around this one subject when you're like looking for something. We can't really label it for what is a phenomena if we're only talking about one type of phenomena. You might click on this thinking, oh, I'm going to get to know everything about this subject, but then not know anything. And I'm not sure if we're even covering all the phenomena in this video, so tell us, and we will, if you want, we will go over the different types in the future.
Yeah, we could do like a part 2 to this video if you guys want us. You could give some suggestions in the comments. If you guys just randomly know a lot about phenomena, because like you'll just be like, that's the kind of viewers we would attract. If you guys just randomly know stuff about phenomena, then tell us in the comments if we're like just basically talking poop. We're just saying random stuff.
Yeah, so let's move on then. Psychological phenomena. So the first one we're going to look into, we have 2 for this phenomena.
And I might even add a little extra on it because I wanted to do 3 for this, but Megan said no.
Well, that depends if we have time or not, Kira.
Oh, we tried to make the longer one. Okay, right.
So So this first one is called the placebo effect. So a placebo, if you do not know, I'm saying that still really weirdly, is a pill that takes no physical effects. So it will be something that just like dissolves in your mouth or that you just swallow, and it wouldn't take no toll on your body. It's just like eating or drinking water.
Yeah.
Except water is nourishment for your body, but like it just.
Let's just say you're eating a Tic Tac.
Yes.
It could literally be a Tic Tac. Yeah. So the placebo effect is basically able to create an idea in someone's head, makes them believe that it's taking some effect on their body. So, for example, if you said to your friend, like your friend had a cold, and you say, "Here you go. Here's this pill that it was gonna make you're completely cured and you're gonna be fine," and then they give you and then you give them like a Tic Tac or something, and then they eat it, and then the day after they come to you and they say, "Thank you so much, I've been completely cured." That would be a placebo effect. Basically, you've ingested something that should take no effect on your body, but for some reason it's just made you feel cured.
Yeah, so this is how, like, this shows how the brain believes that you are healing when taking medicine, whether or not it makes an effect, because you believe that medicine is good for you and that will help you in many ways. So we are going to move on to an example.
Yes.
So this was conducted by a doctor called Merck, M-E-R-C-K, who made a test in 2002. So basically, it tested for a new antidepressant, and the actual medicine showed a positive effect. However, the placebo showed the same amount of effect. So when someone took this antidepressant that they were testing for, like, it would have some positive effects, like, oh, I'd feel better. But then if they kept staying on the medication, and then instead of having an antidepressant, it was swapped out for a placebo, it would still have the same effect. They'd still be happy, and they would still be a lot happier than they were before taking the medicine.
Yeah, it would still give them the same endorphins because they would believe that medicine would make them feel a different way and have an effect on their body.
I guess in some way it kind of shows how the brain is too trusting.
Yeah, that's like very, very much, because it's just like you can ingest something and just believe, because the thing with the brain is it's very powerful, and if you believe something, it becomes your truth.
Yes.
Yeah, something that I was like thinking about the other day. I watched a video on it. I'm a massive fan of Harry Potter, and in Harry Potter there is this thing called Veritaserum, and it's basically a truth potion. So everything that you say is the truth after you've taken that, but it works best on the unsuspecting. And also, if you believe something, if you truly believe something, then it becomes the truth. So you could say that, I don't know, just like say something that is technically not true, but you believe so much that it becomes your truth. So that's just a thing, like, that goes back to this. It's just like you believe that you are healing or like you're having some effect on your body. So then it becomes true.
Yes.
Sorry, my voice is a bit like croaky right now.
So we're going to say that 50% of failed medicine are just as effective as a placebo. So 50% of medicine that is tried and did not work. So 100%. So this is out of 100% of medicine that didn't work. So 50% of failed medicine were just as effective as the placebo. So things that such as cold medicine or antidepressants that were given that failed the whole test. So they didn't actually cause anything better. It was just the same as a placebo because
so the placebo didn't work as well.
Yeah, so it just tricked the mind into thinking this is making me better because it's medicine and this doctor gave it to me, so therefore it must be good.
Yeah, so that's like another thing. Like you'd be trusting, like taking it from a person who is very educated, like a doctor, saying this doctor is telling me that this will make me feel better, so it should make me feel better. Another thing I just wanted to quickly add on is a placebo effect is not just for medicine. It's anything that can take a physical effect on your body. For example, things like hair, like if you eat something to make your hair longer or your hair healthier, or like nail growth pills, stuff like that, very easy to placebo because you just believe it. And then normal changes, you will exaggerate, your brain will exaggerate stuff like your nail naturally growing and be like, oh yeah, this pill, it's working, spend your money on it.
Yes, so that's what a lot of different like companies do.
Yeah.
They, instead of making something that would actually do this because they're not educated enough, maybe not. Maybe I'm just saying that they instead put in a placebo.
Yeah,
and
to
give
money.
Give it to their customers.
That is
instead.
illegal though, false advertising.
Yes, that is illegal, but not if they're found. But they won't be arrested if they're not caught.
Yeah, this kind of thing with the companies using the placebo, like medicines and stuff like that, was very popular during the Victorian era, where a lot of fake doctors will just prescribe you this medicine, and a lot of people will believe that this worked for them, so then they keep going back and they would keep buying this thing from the fake doctor, and the fake doctor will grow very rich.
Yeah, so now we're going to move on from the placebo effect to our second psychological phenomena. This is the bystander effect.
Mm-hmm.
So this is showing the unlikeliness of a group of people to help during an emergency.
Yeah, so we're going to say another example for this one. So a quite a famous example of this is the murder of Kitty Genovese. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it happened in 1964.
I was going to say Genovese.
Genovese. Oh, okay, all right. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yeah, sorry. She was murdered in the streets of New York, and 38 bystanders who witnessed the murder did nothing to help.
So this is basically showing how they feel like they shouldn't be involved. Like, if they move on, like, nothing's going to happen to me because, like, I just moved on. I'm not getting involved in this. There's no way that I'll get hurt because I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
So in a way, it's them kind of protecting themselves in seeing something dangerous.
Yeah.
Because when you're stepping into something dangerous to help someone else, there's always a chance that something bad will come out of it. But then there's also the chance, well, there's always certainty, or a very small chance that things won't turn out wrong. So they will turn out wrong.
Yeah.
If you do leave them there.
Yeah. So but however, when her brother looked further into the case of her murder, he found that only a few people were present, and it also said that one of those people actually called out for the murderer to stop, and two claimed to have called the police.
However, there are no phone records of these calls to the police, so it can't be confirmed over anything.
Yeah. So this is just this is a weird example with the bystander effect, that it could have been that these people did actually do something, but there's no way of proving that they did because it's only done by witnesses. And again, if someone was asked to speak to police to say, I don't want to get involved in this. So I was just going to think of a bit of a lower scale than a murder is bullying in school. So a lot of people, if they see somebody being bullied, they will step out of the situation, just consult them afterwards, or just not say anything to the bullies because they don't want the bullies to bully them or anything else to happen to them, and they don't want to get in trouble from teachers because the teachers thought that they were involved in the bullying. So it's that just kind of thing of just like staying off to the side when there could be something to be done, but just the fear of, yeah.
However, when I feel with bullying that bullying isn't handled correctly in different schools. Like, not much is done about it, but when something is done, there's not enough evidence to the bullying that someone who didn't do anything they think that they did do something, because not enough is looked into it. So I feel like bullying in schools could be handled. Like, I feel like it's a problem in schools.
Yeah.
Though I feel like it's not as much in our school, but that might just be because that we don't see it, because bullies can be sneaky. They can do it when no one's seen. And when they hurt someone so much that they feel like they can't tell anyone, just to either keep themselves safe or someone else safe, that it just stays in the background so nobody knows. So people think that, oh, my school is a happy school, no bullying happens here, but actually a lot does happen.
A lot of that stuff, again, going back with like cyberbullying and stuff, that kind of stuff happens. And a lot of this stuff will be on like public places, on say like Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, public, where a lot of people follow and look at what is being posted, and nobody will say anything because they don't want to get involved. But we do encourage you guys to please get involved if you see somebody being bullied. Go against the bystander effect. Think back to this video and think, oh, this could be a case of the bystander effect. I don't want this to happen. Get involved.
Yeah, so next we'll move on to our visual phenomena, which, unless you want to add something else to the end of the physical phenomena.
Psychological, you mean?
Psychological, yes.
Just one thing I wanted to say, because I know I said before that I was going to add another one. We don't actually have much time to go into depth with this one, I said, and we don't have research on it, but I know you guys are going to be like wondering so much, like, what was she going to say? The phenomena I was going to say was the Mandela effect, named after Nelson Mandela. Mandela, oh my gosh. Basically, that a collective group of people believe something that is incorrect. For example, a lot of people believe that there are 52 states in America, and that is completely wrong. But a lot of people believe that, and there's like a lot of examples. If you guys just search up Mandela effect on the internet, you will find heaps and heaps and heaps of examples of this phenomena that we don't get to talk about too much today.
Yeah, so we'll move on to the visual phenomena then, and this one we're going to say is the peripheral drift illusion. So this doesn't actually have the word phenomena in its name, because illusions are mainly the thing around visual phenomena.
Yeah. So visual phenomena, there's like a very it's very much a crossover between visual phenomena and illusion. A lot of the time you will see like them the same thing being called different things, but yeah, they are a lot of the time one and the same.
Yeah, so the peripheral drift illusion is the perception of movement in a static image. So this is caused due to the brain's interpretation. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Interpretation of patterns outside the eye's focus. So repeated patterns of black and white and some colours can elicit, or meaning evoke or draw out, the illusionary effect.
Yeah, so basically it means that people see motion or moving from high luminance, basically the intensity of light, to a low luminance of the pattern.
Yeah, so
areas of pattern, sorry.
So this phenomena is basically describing all of the all different types of visual illusions. So if you look at a visual illusion and you see so say a snake illusion, I'm pretty sure that's quite a popular one. But if you look into a certain spot, say like a point in the middle, then you'll see the snakes moving around it. But that's because of the intensity on like differences in the lights, so making it look like the snakes slithering around.
Yeah, it's the way that the eye perceives things, with the contrast, like the level of contrast with the colours and the positioning of each things with each other. That just kind of stands for like the visual phenomena is a lot of types of optical illusions. For example, stuff like when you see like two pictures in one. I don't know if you guys have seen this on the internet. If you see like where you see like, I think a very common one is a duck or a bunny. That's a very common one that you see, where it's like one side's a duck, one side's a bunny. And then there's just like other stuff like that. And yeah, it's just your eye perceiving things. And a lot of the time, the reason for optical illusions is your brain trying to like fill in the blank.
Yes.
So for example, if I held a pen and hid it behind my hand, where you could see either side of the pen, you would believe that it is straight all the way across because you can see at either end is straight. But in fact, it could behind that just be all curvy, but it's not. But your brain fills that in because that's what it believes it to be because it sees either side.
Yes.
If that makes any sense. Sorry, I've been blabbing a lot.
Do you have anything to add to our main question today?
I do believe I do. If you guys want us to elaborate on this anymore, then we can make a part 2, or yeah, we can just go again into it. But yeah, I think we might go into our bonus question, which, to remind everybody, is
what skill would you? You go into it.
Oh my gosh, what talent would you have if you could be reborn? This is a fun one because my mum suggested this, and literally we were just like, we started to have this exact conversation, and then she was like, oh, that would be really good for you guys to do for your thing. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta stop having conversations so my opinions and my reactions are all like...
Genuine.
Yeah, genuine. We want to make this podcast genuine for you guys.
Yeah, so not only are we going to go into what you'd want to be, I think that what you said was what you'd want to lose?
To sacrifice. So I had a thought during the conversation with my mother, basically saying that, like, if you could gain a talent, would you have to sacrifice something? Because nobody can be good at everything. So I said, like, would you have to sacrifice something to be good at that other thing?
Yes.
So, Megan.
Yes.
What talent would you choose?
Oh, now I find this hard. So I think that I think my creativity is important to me. So stuff like my writing or like my interest in music.
Yeah.
So I feel like either one of those two. Yeah, my art, my music, or my writing. I think I take one of those 3 across. But do I have to specify?
I feel like you do. I think you do need to specify.
So I think I'm going to go into something that would have more of an impact on my life. So something that in the future would help me more as like a job. So I'm going to go with writing because I feel like that's more likely to come out of anything than creating music or art.
I think it works in a lot of different types of job or career or whatever.
Yes, so like you're an actual author, or maybe you're a journalist or something. Maybe you write for a newspaper. Then there's loads of different ways.
Yeah.
Whereas with music and art, it's kind of in the same area with each subject. Like there's not much to do regarding that. So I think that I would go with my writing.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would say is I think just something that I've never been able to do, which is sports, because I think something I would choose is something that it would be difficult for me to learn over time, because obviously practice is a massive thing. Like, obviously you have to practice to get good at something, you have to work hard on it, but there's always an element of like talent in the beginning, and some people like myself are just not very good at it in the beginning. So I think maybe sports would be something that I'd want to have as reborn, just something I would never be able to do. But other than that, a talent that I already have that I'd like to continue with as I go on, probably singing or dancing. I think probably singing, because I think dancing is easier to learn. Again, like I said, just trying to think of things that, like, logistically. So I'd probably go with the singing, because I think it's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you sacrifice for your singing?
That's such a hard one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to ask you first. What would you sacrifice?
See, I don't know completely what my talents are. What would you say are my talents?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Oh, I don't know. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we have to think about what we're good at now.
Oh. I don't want to seem like narcissistic, but I don't want to like seem like I'm being too modest as well.
If you guys want to hear about us talking about narcissism, then you can go watch our last week's video, which was what's the difference between a psychopath and sociopath? Go watch our video. Thanks.
What?
Go watch
Shameless plug, maybe?
Yeah. So go watch our video from last week if you guys want to hear us touch on the subject of narcissism. Oh my gosh.
So I think I'm gonna go with one of my creative sides again that I'd sacrifice. I think I'll go with my art.
Yeah.
Because I feel like art, it can be learned, though it can be hard.
Yeah.
That it can be learned again, and again I feel like music could be could be more useful in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Thinking about what I'm good at, I think Oh.
Maybe one of your creative sides of you.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh.
Mm.
Probably, I was going to say. I have no clue what I was going to say. I was going to say something, then it went completely from my brain. It's just gone.
Okay, well, we wait for you to think of that part of your brain. I want to actually add something to this bonus question. I want to ask what personality type bit of you, what part of your personality, what personality trait would you like to gain if you could start a new life?
Oh.
See, I know what I'd want to gain. I want to be more charismatic.
Ooh, that's a fun word.
Yeah, I'd want to be able to talk to people more. I'd want to be able to, like, influence people more, which sounds really manipulative.
Ooh.
But still, I want to be able to, like, be fun and be fun. I can be fun, but not around people. I can be fun around myself, which is my problem. I can't show myself around other people easily.
Yeah. I think that would be cool to be more charismatic. I don't know. Am I charismatic, Megan?
I'd say that you're okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
Thanks. Ooh, what personality trait? You know, I'm thinking of right now, Sims. I'm just going through the list of personality traits in my head, just like, which one of these do I want?
Why can't you think of either of these, Kira?
This is the thing. I'm trying to think about something on myself, and it's hard.
Just pick one. You're making the viewers bored.
I'm sorry. I think I'd like to be more...
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to be more, like, sociable with family, like family orientated.
Yeah.
Because I do love my family, obviously, but when I go, like, to gatherings and stuff, I find it difficult to talk to people, and I never know what to talk about. If you guys know what I'm saying, like, I never know what to talk about, so I feel it's hard, like, talking to people in my family. Going back to the talent one, which would I sacrifice? Probably I would say maybe dancing, because I find it a bit easier to relearn, but again, that would be hard. Because I've been used to being able to do things rather naturally. Obviously, I struggle with some things. But it might be... I'm trying to think, because a lot of the things I'm thinking of would be, like, useful, because I was going to say, like, problem solving, but that's really useful in life and stuff.
Yeah, but that depends what you pursue in the future.
That's the thing, yeah. But I feel like in just life, it's good to be good at problem solving. I think I would give up skill, I don't know, or talent, whatever you want to say, for maybe, like, science. Or maths.
I guess that could be a skill in a way, but maths in the future, you can't really use it much in certain ways. Like, you take a bit of it, and then you don't use it again.
Probably up to, like, year 6. You use it until year 6, and then the rest of it is like, why do I need to know this?
Why do I need to learn how to draw a triangle only using angles and measurements?
Yeah, that's what we did in maths today, and the whole lesson we were just like, oh my god, what's the point of this?
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, so that's what I would decide to give up, my maths. Sorry I made you wait so long for that.
So is this the end of the video?
Is it the end of the video?
Is it the end of the video? Well, we've made this video a lot longer for you guys, but we don't want to draw it out too long so it seems too daunting for you to click onto. So, well, that concludes our podcast for today.
Tell us your opinions on the subject we've discussed today, and if you have any ideas for future podcasts or questions, please tell us in the comments, because we love hearing your suggestions. Sorry, it was hard.
And please follow us on our Twitter and Instagram accounts.
The links to both will be in the description box below.
We hope to see you next time. And we hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!